shot at the state title against 11-2 Liberty Center. The Liberty Center Tigers stood between the Crusaders and the 1993 Ohio Division V State Championship. But before the blue and gold could handle the Tigers, they had to endure a first-half storm of bad luck and tough breaks that would have broken a lesser team.
It was just an awful start for us. But being who we are and where we're from, I think that sort of adversity is something that we embrace, and we figure it out some way, somehow, and we did that.
The Crusader offense committed 3 turnovers in their own territory. With their backs to the wall, the defense held firm for the first 15 minutes of the game.
Intercepted at the 5, out to the 10, the 15.
3 minutes into the second quarter, Liberty Center drew first blood.
She's in for the touchdown.
But true to form and tradition, the Crusaders battled back. Big gains by Donald Thorne shifted the momentum to the blue and gold, and Orlando went to the air, hitting David Connor for 11 yards and a first down, before finding Kuzakowski for a touchdown pass to tie the game with 5 minutes left in the half.
Touchdown! Whoa!
That's heart and character right there. Having those turnovers, all right, and coming out even at the half, we felt pretty good.
After a scoreless third quarter, the Tigers marched to the Crusaders' 23-yard line, where Jason Bias slammed the Tiger tailback for a loss. On the next play, Bias's rush of the Liberty Center quarterback forced an errant pass that Mike Orlando picked off in the end zone. The Crusaders took over on their own 20, where Jason Bias, filling in at tailback for an injured Donald Thorne, rambled 13 yards and a first down. On the next play, Mike Orlando found the end zone on a 67-yard quarterback draw. The Crusaders led 14-7 with less than 5 minutes remaining in the game.
I was able to find a crease there and break to the outside, and it was, probably one of the cooler individual moments. It's when you're running like that, it's just silent. You don't hear anything. It's one of those things. It's kind of like when you have headphones in when you're running, you can just hear yourself breathing. It was one of those moments. So I remember breaking out and Benji Claus getting out in front of me and laying a block for me to score, and kind of after that, getting in the end zone and the excitement and stuff. And I remember pointing up to Joe, and I had a conversation going with him all game. It was pretty surreal, pretty cool, and it was just kind of my gesture to him and all the guys that came before us. That kind of this was for those guys as well.
The Crusader defense held the Tigers on the ensuing drive, and Central took possession at their own 19-yard line. With less than 2 minutes left in the game, they were unable to pick up a first down. On 4th and a yard, the Crusaders called timeout, and Coach Bain entered the offensive huddle.
We're going 6 or 7 look for it. Okay, so again, that's my call. That's my call.
It was kind of an option. We could either punt it or fake it, and Kuz is the up guy. He had the call, and anytime you give a guy like Kuzi the option to go for it, he's going to go for it. So I knew that when we broke out of the huddle that we were going for it. Just hoping for the best.
When I heard the green call by Kuz, I remember listening to the linemen on that side and hearing a lot of bad words, and I kind of figured that was the wrong call to make, the green. We tried, we blocked. They had an overload to that side. We didn't pick it up.
A little noisy on the phones, a little yelling, little outlandish remarks, this and that.
A minute later, the Tigers tied the score at 14 with 13 seconds left in the game.
So after we got stopped on the fake punt, and they scored a couple plays later, it was again one of those moments that we just had to regain our composure, and we did. We figured we were going to go to overtime, that we just take care of it there.
The Crusaders offense started the overtime on the 20 and moved the ball to the Liberty Center 3-yard line. On 3rd and goal, field goal kicker Benji Claus was shaken up while trying to hit Mike Orlando on a reverse option pass. Facing 4th and goal without a kicker, the Crusaders had few options. The team's backup kicker, Mike Kuzakowski, was ready to step in.
And Michael was off to my right, and he goes, "Hey, what about me?"
Kuzakowski nailed the field goal and put the Crusaders up 17-14. A Crusader state championship now rested on the shoulders of the defense.
We kind of had a pretty good idea what their bread and butter plays were, and we had a little stunt with our linemen believe it was Carmine, Montana, that shot the gap.
Montana disrupted the Liberty Center handoff, and Larry Chambers fell on the ball to end the game and secure the championship for the Crusaders. In front of a Division V record crowd, the Crusaders began their championship celebration.
The Crusaders win it as the ball is fumbled, and Steubenville Central are the Division V Ohio champions.
News of the Crusader victory spread quickly, and as the team buses entered Jefferson County, fire trucks and emergency vehicles joined the sheriff's escort and led the victors home. The next morning, fire trucks carried the team along the parade route during the town's Christmas parade.
I remember Mr. Prest coming to the fire truck, and
As the '93 Crusaders began spring workouts, tragedy struck the Crusader family when 1991 graduate Joe Prest passed away. His example and untimely death cast a long shadow over the '93 seniors. Since their last game as Crusaders, newspaper clippings have yellowed and memories have faded, but the pride and honor of attending Catholic Central endures, not just for the '93 team, but for all who wore the blue and gold.
It's still important to me to say that I'm from Steubenville Catholic Central High School and that I am a fighting Crusader and that I will always be a fighting Crusader.
We'll always have a place in Central history. I'm always proud to say that, I was a member of the 1993 state championship team. And as a coach now, I have several people ask me, where'd you play at? And the first thing I tell them is that, there's two teams in Steubenville that have won state championships. And I really want them to know that in 1993, the team that won a state championship wore blue and gold.
For many players, the amount of pride they have is matched only by their sense of gratitude.
I was a coaching staff. It wasn't a glamorous job. What they did during my 4 years was not necessarily teach us how to win football games, but they taught us how to be good people. They taught us the morals and values that we really need to help us be successful, to be good people once we leave the walls of Steubenville Catholic Central. And I think in that respect, they absolutely succeeded.
The state championship is an example of what can happen when 50 and 60 guys come together for one common goal. As a head coach now, I have a responsibility that I learned here. That it's more about making great young men, and helping them and instilling the beliefs that were taught to me, instilling those into my players. So I'll be forever grateful for Catholic Central and the things that I learned here. Most importantly, the things of character and work ethic. The wins were great, but those are the things that I take with me, the intangible stuff.
As the '93 Crusaders celebrate the 20th anniversary of their accomplishment, it is indeed the intangibles on which they reflect. It is not the victory nor the journey, but the principles of Catholic Central High School and the courage, character, heart, and spirit that made them champions long before they took the field.